Yeah, it was a distal rupture in Turkey. Told him I did arm wrestling. I'm not quitting. Can you attach this thing in a way where I'll have better leverage or like anything closer to the wrist, closer to the wrist?
If we put, let's say, a Curtis Cameron in front of you, who has been arm wrestling for 2 years, and a Curtis from today, what would be the biggest difference be between those two guys?
The early me, his wrist is getting cracked hard, like wrist gone completely. No engagement. That's the biggest thing. Like my wrist would be gone. I would just crack my old wrist like butter and just
Like
look at
butter.
myself and smile like you're a wimp.
You're, and
Honestly,
mentally
it's
wise,
what's that? Mentally wise?
mentally wise.
Yeah, I'm just more experienced and more comfortable. And obviously, I've had more matches. I was a lot more nervous back
Mm.
then. A lot more, even with the PR stuff, interviews, I was more shy and kind of like, introvert more. Where now I'm a lot more open to talk. And yeah, I'm just growing as a human, I guess.
Um, so getting through all those levels, what are the changes you had to make in either your lifestyle, or maybe personal life to get to this level where you're at now?
Just more structure, less alcohol. I drink very social now. I used to have drinks before events earlier on. I'd have some alcohol to cut the edge. Now I
So,
don't do alcohol. I'll celebrate afterwards. Things like that. That's pretty well it. Just try to eat better. That's why I'm a little bit leaner now. I used to be a lot heavier because I would, just probably less alcohol. That's one of the biggest factors for me, honestly. Less alcohol has it's improved a lot.
what improvements have you seen by not really drinking too much alcohol anymore?
I eat better, more energy, sleep better. Alcohol is just not good. I think it's
Mm.
detrimental it causes inflammation. You know what I mean? It's just not overall. It's not healthy. It's
Do
okay
you do you notice
afterwards. Eh?
do you notice a reduction in inflammation then?
Yes, big
A
time.
lot?
I think so. Yeah, I would think big time. When I was drinking more, I was definitely had more inflammation.
And back in the day when you were the 2 to 2.5 year old arm wrestler, it sounds a bit weird.
It's all
Well,
good, brother.
you
No,
get the
it's
gist what I'm trying to say.
yeah, no,
Um,
for sure.
I mean, now I'm imagining a 2-year-old Kurt as being the same size, like a really big kid, like arm wrestling. So, okay, but did you believe back then that, or was versus West in the picture whatsoever, or did that came into fruition a little bit later on?
Yeah, no, I never really at that time, I didn't really think I'd be going all over the world and, I knew I was strong. Like my first tournament, my second opponent was Devin, and he didn't pin me right away. I know he wasn't at peak form at that time. I think he was like 230. You got to understand, my first tournament, Devin hit me in a hook and I stopped him. So then I kind of was like, maybe I do belong here. I
Uh,
had my first tournament. I had a war with Alex Paquette, which was a 240 national champion. He didn't even pin me right away. I just hung him on my bicep. So like after that, Devin's like, you got to come and train. I did believe maybe I do belong here, but no, I didn't think then. Like I think I went to provincials 6 months into arm wrestling and came third. I came third at provincials. My first nationals, I won right arm, and I got a left arm win on Ryan Espy, which he wasn't at that time. Ryan Espy was like 380 pounds. He hadn't lost at nationals left arm in like 20 years. I was the first guy to
holy,
actually get a left arm win on him. That was in 2022. So yeah, that's still not that long into arm wrestling, right? I started in
that must have been a
2018.
shocker.
Yeah, I mean it was a good win. I mean my arm was completely done after that. I didn't care though. I still got the win on him. I didn't even play. I think I came fourth left, but I won the right. But it didn't matter. I'm like, dude, I just got a win on Ryan Espy. This is huge, right? And that's like 3 years in. So like
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's pretty cool.
And what would you say separates someone from who stays locally and a local arm wrestler towards somebody who has the potential to reach world stage heights?
What separates?
Yeah.
I think just your mental, your capacity, like being able to just get through that pain and continue on no matter what you go through. Like if things in my life aren't going great, I'll do a workout. I'll go to a practice. I'll focus on my strengths. Anytime I'm struggling mentally, I just focus on my strengths, and then I feel better afterwards. And where some guys, I think they just can't maybe handle the pressure. I don't really know the full answer
Yeah.
to that. Everybody's different, but like, what do you
Yeah.
think?
Well, I mean, I think for like for example, the way I look at it is I think that discipline and I think the English word for it is continuation beats talent, so to speak.
Yeah,
So if you just have that mental
consistency.
grit, yeah, consistency. Um, uh, like Todd Hutchings gave me a great lessons. Actually, he said, imagine your goal, right? Okay, what's your goal right now? Okay, I want to be
Yeah,
a state champion. He said, for example, go 10 years beyond that, and then 10 years beyond that. So you have a 20-year-old in the future goal.
yep, yep.
That's your goal. That should be your goal, not the state champion stuff. The 20 thing in the future. That's your goal,
It,
and you
it's
might reach it
funny.
in 10.
Yeah, and that's it's true. It's funny you mention him because I believe me and him had this a similar conversation. He said it to me because do you know I pulled Todd Hutchins? I think it was eight Arm Wrestling Canada at the time. It was in Toronto, and he beat me. And he said the same. What's your goal? And I remember him saying that. So it's funny that you actually mentioned that because he said the same thing to me. It's kind of
I
cool.
mean, it works. It works.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And manifestation is a big thing I noticed too. Manifesting it, like you can literally like say you get up in the morning, you're gonna do a workout. You can like manifest, like, okay, I'm gonna be, get stronger. Like if you're gonna say do a PR lift or whatever
Mm.
you're gonna do, you just manifest your. Even before matches, you can manifest. Like just keep telling yourself you're getting stronger, you're getting bigger. You're like, you know what I mean? There's many things you can do to trick your brain into like doing some cool things with your body,
I've
right?
also heard stuff like what's it called? Like when somebody breaks something or like a tendon is injured or something. Um,
Been
they
there.
actively like yeah, I want to cover that a little bit in like a bit as well. But I heard people meditating on that specific injury, and like I don't know the official research behind it or whatever, but they said like okay, it's healing faster. The doctor said like it takes 4 months, and it took 2 months, and like there's so much we still don't know about our brain's capacity, what it can do.
Yeah, it's the hard drive to our system. Our brain tells us everything, right? So when you tell your brains bad things are going to happen. When you tell your brain good things are going to happen. It's really that simple,
What I do know
right?
is that I've learned this in school. Actually, is when, for example, you're doing a certain movement, you're doing a top roll, focusing on top roll, and if you dream about top rolling, your brain thinks those neural pathways. So the in your brain, the neural pathways where you do something and the pathway is being walked on more often. The best English I can explain it,
Hmm.
but if you dream about it is the same thing or almost close to the same thing, and that to me
For
is
sure.
insane. So I think it's like
Yeah,
some
no,
sort of branch off of dreaming and just those same things like telling yourself yeah, it's wonderful, it's wonderful. But hooking into
no,
those
definitely.
into your injuries, you I actually wrote this down, but I don't remember title something tear. What was it again? Could you help remind me? You tore.
Oh, I full tendon tear. I ripped it off. The distal,
Yeah,
distal, distal bicep tear.
distal bicep tear. Um,
Distal rupture in Turkey.
so, what did that process look like? The healing process, like day to day. What?
So like I tore it. I got in quick. I had surgery within 6 days. Devin called his surgeon actually. Thankful for Devin on that one. His surgeon got me in right away. His surgeon didn't have the time to do it, but I'm like, well, do you have another guy? He's like, I'll give you another guy. And I had a really good surgeon. I met him and I told him I did arm wrestling. I'm not quitting. Can you attach this thing? Can you attach this thing like in any like surgeons are smart people, right? Super smart guys. So I just basically told them, can you attach this thing in a way where I'll have better leverage or like anything, any advantage, any better? He's like, well, I could go a little bit closer to your wrist within the laws, like not like, where it's ridiculous. And I told him, like, even when they gave me the drugs and like I was about to like be out, like my arm wouldn't straighten. My arm was like sitting up like this. I'm like, whatever you do, don't straighten my arm. Like the drugs are kicking in. I'm about to go under, right? I'm like, closer to the wrist, closer to the wrist. And then I was out. So then I had the surgery, woke up. Yeah. And I think I was in a sling. God, it wasn't that long. Wasn't that long. I think like 2 or 3 weeks maybe in the sling, or
Mm.
was it 6 weeks? It was either 2 weeks or 6 weeks in the sling. I can't remember, but I mean, it healed fine. It took a good year and a half to gain the strength back. But like within 8 months, I think I was competing again. So I was competing under a year with,
And like,
you know.
did you find anything that helped with recovery? Is there anything specific you did to stimulate that?
I did like rehab. I did like 2.5 pounds. Once the sling was off, I actually started arm wrestling right away. So the guys knew I tore my arm. We would hold hands in the club. I'd even hold with Devin after getting the sling off. I did a pile of left arm stuff still with the sling on. Like I still kept arm wrestling left arm. But yeah, I just kept I did get a scare once with it. I thought I
Mm,
did re-tear it. There is a video on YouTube where I'm
I've
like,
seen it.
I tore it again. Did you ever see that?
What was it? Yeah, yeah. I
It
think I
was
saw it. Wasn't it
out
like
of
the bruising?
it was a
Oh,
small tournament at Picton, and I was pulling left arm against a Ukrainian guy. We went in a hook, and I from holding the peg, I felt like just a slight like a like I think it might have been scar tissue. And I did
mm.
have slight bruising in this part of my arm, but the tendon was still attached. And nothing ever came out of that. Like it was just slight bruising where it was attached. But like my tendon definitely sticks out much further.
How do you figure out? Like, I'm not sure when you thought it like tore again. Like, how do you notice that it's still on or not?
You can take your finger and you can put like a hook in here. When you tear it, you won't feel the tendon. You can't stick your finger underneath the tendon. Like if you go like a hook,
Ah,
feel how you can put your finger underneath the tendon?
yeah.
When you tear
Oh,
it,
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't do that. The tendon's gone. The tendon's
Oh,
gone.
okay.
Where I could still
I
feel
see.
it. So to me, it was just where the scar tissue where it was attached. I don't know if you can see it on there. There's a big scar here on my forearm, but
Mm.
you can see it's attached much higher. Like it almost sticks out. Like it bulges here on my forearm because the tendon's higher to my wrist. So like it's a bit of a different connection. Like I can
But
touch my shoulder. Look how tight I can get for an arm that size. Like I can't, my left arm, I can't. Can you touch your shoulder? Barely, right? I shouldn't be able to touch my shoulder with an arm that size. See?
no,
Look at
that's crazy.
that. That's one thing I've
But
noticed since the surgery.
but do you think that actually helps now? Because you said, can I
It
gain
does.
any
Right
advantage?
now, yeah, definitely. My arm, it's so sticky now in that position. You can go watch the Josh Ellington match and you'll see. It's ugly, but you can see my arm is like not fully straight and it just sticks. It
Sticks.
sticks there now. And
All right, we'll
now that my wrist and hand is stronger, it's only a matter of time where people get stuck there.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, um, let me see. We already basically covered a bit there, like this. What is your supplement use like? Like, do you like creatine, that type of stuff?
Yeah, I had those creatine gummies. You eat them. I really like those versus drinking it. For those you can
Uh
just,
huh.
pop a couple of the vitamins, regular stuff like that. I'm 40 years old too. I'm getting older, so like I mean, I'm pretty open guy. I'll run like TRT. That's about it.
Mm,
That's all.
I see. All right. Well, that's solid. What changes do you feel, or what do you feel like it helps in? I'm not really
What
too experienced. The
what
TRT or
Yeah, it's just you as you get older, your testosterone goes lower, right? So
uh
it
huh.
just keeps your levels normal. That's it for me.
Normal.
My
All right.
supplementation. Everybody asks me, "What do you take?" It's like I really don't take a lot. I try to eat vegetables, try to eat meat, proteins. I still cheat.
Mm.
I'll eat pizza. I'll eat whatever. Basically, just less is more. I find less is more.
Do you
When
drink
it comes
any
to
fish oil?
supplement. I do
Fish
have
oil.
fish oils. I never remember to take them. I should probably. I do eat
I love that.
salmon. Yeah, you like
I
them?
love
I
fish.
should.
Yeah.
It's weird. My body, like, I don't do a lot of my body's very sensitive. Like, same as like pre-workouts and stuff. I'm too
Mm,
sensitive to things. I can't take a whole lot of stuff. My body just doesn't react well. Even like vitamin B12, when I take that, I feel terrible. I feel like sick almost. So like just basically food
yeah.
and training is, I think, number one over. I mean, peptides, there is peptides. Peptides are good. I have done peptides. Not
I
a
see.
long time. I'm just starting to kind of get into the peptides. I think there's some benefits maybe to them. I know there's the stem cells stuff. Obviously, I can't
Devin
afford
has that
that.
done a couple of times, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I think with the peptides, the BPC 157 and the TB 500, I think there's some good things with that for healing. I personally didn't take any of that when I tore my arm, but I've done it. I've done it, the last little while. I've done some peptides, but that's pretty well it. Nothing
Mm,
crazy, nothing out of the ordinary.
nothing out of the ordinary.
No.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe eventually,
How
potentially
old are you?
using peptides. But I'm
How?
26.
Yeah, you're young, still young too. So
Yeah, I'm not touching anything like injecting wise or whatever. I just use
yeah,
like
I
creatine, that
never
type of stuff.
I never touched anything like that in my 20s. I waited till I was like in my 30s to even touch any.
Yeah.
I used to get accused of it in my 20s but I always worked out and I do
Mm-hmm.
have good genetics for gaining. Like, there's no magic pill in anything in life. You still have to eat and train and try to rest best you can. I work every day
Sweet.
construction, so I'm always using my body. Every day I'm physical. Every day I'm on my feet in the heat for hours at a time.
Yeah, so it's like it's basically like doing blood flow, or now, well, not the same thing, but like if you do something every single day continuously, you gradually become used to it, and your body has to adapt to it. And yeah, maybe you're stronger than somebody who sits behind the
Yeah.
desk all day, right? Because you're using those muscles and tendons every day.
Yeah, like
So
even just
yeah,
walking. Like if you
yeah,
walk,
even just
like
walking.
me, if I just start like walking and walking, I'll gain muscle just because of my legs, right?
Mm. Yeah, but now not so much because you're arm wrestling to more than you doing anything leg related, right? Okay, so last
Yeah, I
couple of
don't really train.
questions that I have
Yes,
for
sir.
you, sir. So I really do like your no nonsense approach to get on the table. When we were in the backstage room at EVW, I think it was 22. You told me amazing story. We're not going to get into, but it was wonderful. I just really like your personality. It was a blast. I was like, "What the heck is this stuff?" But that was awesome.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
you could tell me some more next year if I can make it to OHH Day. I'd love to get a
Oh,
beer and
absolutely.
hear some of your campfire stories.
We'll
Um,
make our own story.
yeah, maybe we can. Maybe we can. So, um, where do you? Because I was looking through the rankings, right? I couldn't see you in the rankings. They only have like top 10 rankings and not really below it, or. Um, so where do you think you stand in the EVW ranking at this point in time? What would be a
So
solid bet?
I'm not really in when it comes to EBW rankings. I'm definitely not in there yet. I'm like one of those guys that are trying to fight for like a 10. But like in terms like rankings, there's so many factors with rankings, like the North America rankings. I don't know if you're aware. There's different rankings for North America and different on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
online. You know what I mean? Like as of rankings, like at North America, well, I don't even know what I am. I think I'm ranked. I don't know what's the one. Trying to think. Trying to remember. In the Hook rankings, is that Chance Shaw's rankings? I know I'm ranked on there. I can't remember what. But I always say if somebody asks me ranking, I'm always like top 5 in Canada, open weight. You know what I
I
mean?
see.
240 class, we have 242 class here. I'm number 1 or number 2 in that class. 240s, I believe, anyways. So that's kind of my rankings here. World level, not quite there yet. I've made it. I do have wins. I won an EBW tournament. I do have that. I'm glad I got that win on Devon Bourneman because he's going to be a bad kid in the future. I still got a win
Yeah,
on him. Maybe he'll want a rematch sometime. I'd love to.
that'd
I'd
be
love
cool to
to.
see in the future.
I mean, hey, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
yeah. Yes.
what would you take for you to break into the top 10? What do you think? Does anything need to change, or is
10.
it
I
is
think
it
just
time?
keep I think time, like, if I'm 40, you look at guys like Todd Hutchins, I think, like, just think in the next 10 years, there's gonna be a big changeover, right? Like, if you think about it, in the next even 5 years, there's steady newer guys, older guys there, newer guys. I'm hoping maybe, like, if I just stay the course, get it, I gradually wanna do another EBW tournament. I'm hoping they come to Canada. Because if they come to Canada, that'd be great to either be on a card or do a tournament, right?
And
100%.
be easier, right? Like a
Yeah.
hometown advantage, maybe. You don't have to travel as much.
Well, that's another thing. You're not on planes. I always tend to be really strong when I compete around here. Like I pulled Paul Cruz up here, and dude, slept. I was so strong, I didn't even feel him. I just went through him 3-0, right?
It's like
And
blood flow.
it was pretty well a warm up. But I think just time, just keep
Time.
doing what I'm doing. I think the way I'm practicing now, I've changed my style. You have to adapt. Yeah, the hook's there. The hook's great. I mean, you can add it in there once in a while, but I'm just trying to just get strong. Sorry, there I swallowed wrong. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to work my hand, my wrist, my pronation. I'm not sure what I was choking on there.
Air. So,
Air, right?
you were choking
Um,
on air.
I don't
We are
know
on
what
air as
happened there.
well, though.
Something in my throat. There's a lot of dust and humidity in the air.
In Canada?
Oh, it's been humid, dude. It's been hot. I've been working outside in like 40 degree, 45. There's been storms up
40
here. Yeah, like it's been flooding in Ottawa. I don't know if you're aware, but like we've gotten storms back to back because of the heat level so high and the humidity. It just causes all these crazy storms, and like the city was flooded out, like highway off ramps. You couldn't even drive. There was 4 feet of water over everything. The ditches were full of water. Our infrastructure hasn't been able to maintain the amount of rain we've gotten in the last 4 days, like literally. So there's some people, their basements flooded out, like 4 feet of water. People's
Oh,
toilets aren't
damn.
working because the infrastructure is just underwater. It's been really bad here, real hot. So the humid air's just kind of got my throat irritated. That's all.
Last question for
Yes,
you, Mr. Cameron. Style-wise, who would you like to pull next? Like, test yourself against?
style wide.
Like who? Like you said, you're changing your style a little bit. Who would you like to test? It's not necessarily the next person in line, but just
Yeah, like obviously, I like pulling a hooker is always fun, but even top rollers, to me, it just doesn't matter anymore. I'm just trying to, it's whatever's in front of me. I'll just try my best and adapt to it. I mean, either or, whatever, it doesn't matter. Obviously, before I always lean towards pulling a hook puller. Well, I just pulled a hook puller in Arizona. Josh Ellerton, that guy's hook is outrageous, like stronger than it. That match was, other than Peter, sorry, he was the strongest inside puller that I felt in a long time, at least on the North America end, for sure. His hook was that Josh Ellerton guy. Are you familiar with him?
not name wise, but maybe I do
He
watch a
just,
lot of
he just,
clips.
I think won, or he pulled Michael Todd. I think Michael Todd was in the tournament. I forget where it was.
Oh, I did see that. Yes, yeah,
And
I have seen that.
it looked like Michael Todd had to try. Yeah, I know it's overall, but Josh is a bad dude, man. His hook, if you're gonna hook that guy, you gotta be training hook. I didn't train hook for him, or in hindsight I should have. So I mean we had a war. It was 3-2. I'm sure we'll see each other again down the road. Um I'd like to get my left arm back in the mix. I might have a match coming up. It's not fully confirmed. I'll say the name anyways, Logan. How do you say his last name? Bidinger. I might have a left arm with him. He's a newer guy. He's heavier, but that's fine. I
He
actually
won the
pulled with him.
Challenger Cup.
What's that?
He won the Challenger Cup at EVW 22, right?
Yeah, he was there. We actually were in the same airport after EVW, and me and him were just messing around in the airport. We were pulling on each other there. So yeah, I know he wanted to pull my left. He asked me for the match. I said no problem. I told the promotions I just got to meet my my needs or whatever, like what I need to go there. So I'm waiting for that confirmation. Hopefully, I'd love to pull Logan. He's super fast. He's got a pin
All
on
right.
Devin in the tournament. I just want to show that my left was injured for a while, but my left, like I said, I got a win on SB. My left, when it does show up, I'm left-handed. I'm actually left-handed. So my left right now feels healthy. So I'm able to actually I'm working it now in practice, and I would love to pull him. I think just to show that I'm just as quick as him, and I think it'll be a good match. I'm giving up weight, but that doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter. He's newer. He's really good though. It's a tough match. Would you agree? It's a tough match.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen him pull. I've seen him actually perform at the Challenger Cup. Yeah, those guys facing him, they weren't having a fun time. So I wouldn't want
Yeah,
to pull that guy.
I
Yeah,
do.
he looked really solid.
I want to pull him. I think I can hang with him.
I'll leave
I
it to
think
you
I
then.
Yeah, it'll be good. I hope that happens. It's supposed to be in North Carolina, so I messaged the guy today. I'm just waiting to. I want to make sure everything is in order
Yeah. Would that be
before
this
I.
year though, or next year?
No, it's going to be in August.
In August. Okay, so first. Okay, okay. Wow,
August
that's
coming up. So that's what I mean.
coming
That's
up.
why I'm at I'm at the practices. Like I'm training pretty well, pretty hard.
Alright. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, get your pay-per-view. Use the code GripKings for discount and see Curtis Cameron potentially perform live. All right. Thank you so much,
Exactly.
Curtis, for helping on the channel. I know you're a busy guy, so I appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate talking to you, Owen. Thanks for having me on, bro.
Awesome.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more interviews like these, make sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have any recommendations on who I should interview next, let me know down in the comments below, and you'll see me guys in the next one.